Welcome to my channel. My name is Maulida. I'm from class A. Here, I would like to present my own story for creative writing course. The story that I create has the title Free Chance, The Last Mission. This presentation will convey the setting, genre, theme, topic, character, plot, point of view, and also the moral value of the story. The first one is settings. The first is the setting of place. This story will take place in three areas. The first one is Jupiter's office, Jupiter's house, and garden. The second is setting of time. We have summer 2020, spring 2035, winter 2050. Third, setting of environments. We have lonely charm genre. The genre of the story is romance fantasy because the main character can travel. The next is genre. The genre of this story is romance fantasy. Why? Because the main character can travel through the time and the central conflict is about love struggle with his soulmate. And the category is fiction. In contrast, the theme is about the hour and the topic of the story is how precious time and the chance are in every step of his life. We have two main characters in this story. The first one is Jupiter. He is a stubborn man, someone who cares. There are two main characters in this story. The first is Jupiter. He is a stubborn man, someone who has careful planning. Physically, Jupiter has a tall body, thick black hair, and has a sharp facial jaw. The second is Venus. She is a cheerful woman, never shows her sad emotion, and she is so loyal. Physically, Venus has body characters, short hair. Okay, the next is about plot. The first one is exposition. So, Jupiter is a time traveler who has been exploring space and time for the lasting 10 years. The next is exposition. Jupiter is a time traveler who has been exploring space and time for the last 10 years. This ability was passed on from his generation to generation. It was not only the adventure for him, but there was something he had to pay. Every time he travels, his age will reduce by several years. This time, Jupiter only has 30 years left, and he wants to use his remaining time fully to time travel to see the supermoon on his birthday, which is the last 2 times. The next plot is about a racing action. Jupiter decides to visit in 2035 to celebrate his birthday and the appearance of the supermoon. But when Jupiter enters his house, he found a strange woman standing in the kitchen. Jupiter was even more surprised when the woman called him husband while bringing him a birthday cake. The next plot is conflict. Jupiter refused to believe the woman who called herself his wife. Jupiter even tried to kick her out of the house. The woman's name is Venus. As he understands Jupiter's confuses, Venus convinced Jupiter that she was the woman he married 4 years ago. The next is climax. Venus didn't give up, showing as evidence that she was the wife of Jupiter. No matter how rude Jupiter was to him, Venus still greeted him passionately until Jupiter found his note which said that Venus was the woman he loved the most. But unfortunately, Jupiter didn't have much time to live with Venus. He had himself for wasting time traveling unimportantly, just taking away his time with Venus. The anticlimax is Jupiter decided to return to 2020. He knew he had very few opportunities, so he had to use the remaining options through the passing vote. First, he must return to his original year to find Venus. He didn't want his future to change because he didn't meet his best woman, Venus. And the last is the resolution. The last chance Jupiter used to go to the year 2050. The time he might not be able to reach to live with Venus because the rest of his time has run out. At the time, the old version of Venus weighed on a park fence while looking at the supermoon. Jupiter ended his story by embracing Venus, who had been love for him to death. Okay, furthermore, the story used third-person point of view, and the moral value taken from the story is how valuable time we sometimes don't realize. We We was in unusual things, even though losing even a second while feel miserable for life, and we are with the right person. Thank you. See you in the next time.